Chicks, and I am here to talk about the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. Now, I'm going to be talking about the entire series, but I'm not going to be giving any spoilers. So, the first book is The Lightning Thief. The second book is The Sea of Monsters. The third book is The Titan's Curse. The fourth book is The Battle of the Labyrinth. And the last book is The Last Olympian. Okay, so basically what I want to say first off is that this series is adorable. I absolutely loved it. It got better and better with each book. I gave this book, or this series, an A, which is not like perfect, but definitely a great series. And definitely one that you should have on your shelves, or at least something that you should read really soon. Now, as I said, I'm not going to be giving any spoilers, but I do kind of want to give you a little bit about what this series is about, in case you don't already know. Most people already know, but you know, some people out there may not. So basically what this is about is a boy named Percy. Percy has a lot of trouble staying in schools, and he's pretty much known as a troublemaker, and he doesn't even know why. And then one day, Greek mythology sort of starts coming to life to him, and not in a school sense. He discovers that the Greek gods and goddesses and monsters are all real, and they're very angry with Percy. Percy is being accused of stealing Zeus's lightning bolt, so he must go on this crazy quest to find it and find the real thief. So yeah, it is really, really cute, and the way that the gods are portrayed in this series is amazing. It is absolutely hilarious. It's very realistic, if this were to ever happen, obviously. And I think that it's actually very educational, because I didn't know as much about the Greek gods and goddesses as I did after, or as I do now that I've read this whole series. It really personifies the stories that you all know, because you learn about Greek mythology in school, or at least I did, and it never really came to life for me until I read this series, and I think that's one of the things I loved about it so much. I do want to say that this series gets better and better and better with each book. I love the whole thing. I think that it is an amazing series, and yeah, so pretty much the characters they develop so well. They start off and, you know, they're already pretty mature for their age. They're already doing all these crazy things for the quest. And for each book, they just really develop really well. They all have their own personalities that are very realistic personalities. And it just moves so smoothly. And the plot is completely action-packed. I am, like, not even joking. From the first page, the series always starts off, like, with a bang. Now, my favorite book in the series is the first one, The Lightning Thief. And my least favorite in the series is The Last Olympian. And that kind of contradicts what I just said about how they get better as they go along. But they really do get better as they go along. I didn't like this one as much as I did the other ones, because this was the ending, it was the final. You know, it's a lot harder to like the final books than it is to like the good one, or the middle ones, where everything's happening and everything's developing. And this is where everything's being answered and everything's being solved. And there was a lot of fighting in this book. So I'm not one who really likes to read fighting as much as I like to read a lot of dialogue. So there was a lot of answers solved. And as it got to the end where there wasn't so much fighting, I really liked it. So do not be discouraged. The book series does get better as it goes on. This just happens to not be my favorite of the series, just because the other ones were so amazing. Now, my favorite book, as I said, is The Lightning Thief. And this is just my favorite because it does such a good job at setting the rest of the series up. I think that it completely it sets up 5 books in one book. And that's really hard to do. A lot of authors have trouble setting up a sequel in one book. And I think that it is awesome that it did such a good job, and I really like the younger side of the characters, and that is really shown in this one. There is also a lot of Greek introductions to the Greek gods and goddesses, so since that's one of my favorite parts about the book, the one that has the majority of that is one of my favorite books. Plot just moves along so easily in this book. I think I said that already, that it moves really quickly, but every action that they make makes sense. And there's some books where they don't do that. It's like you can tell some things are forced to get to another place that the author wanted to be, and it is not like that in this one. Everything seems like it's happening for a reason. Like, it seems like you're watching a movie as you read this. And it's funny because there is a movie to this, and I watched the movie before I read the first book, and I loved the movie. I thought it was a really cute movie. But now that I've read the books, I don't know how they're going to do what needs to be done in the sequel and the rest of the books, because the whole thing is based off this huge element in the book, and they left it out of the movie. So I don't know how they're going to fix that, if they're even going to make sequels, or what they're going to be doing. But I just want to say, definitely check this series out if you haven't already, because it is one of a kind and it is amazing. I am Jessica with Chapter Chicks. This is my review over the whole Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. This chapter was for you.